Wealth? Fame? Power? I'm after all of these.
Hello there.
My name is Ishtari, and this is the first and hopefully a long line of videos documenting my adventures around Gillinor. It's a pretty long one, but I figure if other scapers are like me, then they'll take as much content as they can get. This first video covers double XP with some tangents here and there. Always expect tangents. Always. With all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Double XP starts tomorrow, I believe, but I'm going on my way to Lumbridge right now because we have got to, I was actually going to start these videos much sooner than I am now. Actually last double XP. And due to technical difficulties that didn't happen, and I was going through my files from back then, and I found a screenshot, and according to the math, I should be due to get my 15-year veteran cape. Alright, and let's see what Hans has to say here. Oh, well, let's see. 20-year, but I am able to claim the 15-year veteran cape, which is freaking awesome. So, let's go ahead and buy that by emote. Alright, that feels awesome. Like I said, veteran capes are nothing special to look at, but it does feel good to be recognized for it. I've played longer than 15 years, but don't have access to those accounts. So I just got on for the day, and the first thing I usually do when I get on for the day is I go do a farm run. So let's go do that. I got everything ready. Let's get that started. Alright, so we've got the farm run all done. I thought about it while it was on the farm run that I should probably go ahead and re-up the super compost. So I went ahead and done that. But now I want to go ahead and talk to you what I'm going to do. Double XP, so that you can know what I'm doing later on in the video. And this double XP is actually kind of like a string of double XPs for me. It started with last double XP, which I got Elder Overloads on, and the ultimate goal is, of course, 120 Herblore. I've got a lot of preparations, and I'm not very wealthy, so a lot of it I'm having to do myself. For example, these molten glass I'm turning into bomb bios because they're nearly 3 times the price to just buy the bomb bios. So I'll make those and save myself a little money, and since the goal is 120 everything anyways, I may as well get some crafting XP. And then I've also got primal pulp that I'm going to turn into the extract. I've got ingredients to make summoning potions with for power burst of feats. And all the bomb vials are going to be for vulnerability bombs. Spirit weed I have gathered most of it myself. Cockatrice egg not so much. Primal pulp I did. Molten glass, no, I bought that. Same with the pure essence, which I'm going to turn into chaos runes, which I need for the vulnerability bombs. But I also need soul runes, and I'm going to have to unlock the quest to do those, but I need to get soul runes as well. And so I've got catalytic anima stones for that, and I've just got some blue blubber jellyfish that I've tossed in here as something extra. I've been fishing them up on the side, so I guess that's easy enough. Or I guess that's well enough. Let's go ahead and go kill a boss for an hour. See what I get. I will get with you if I get any drops, or at the end of it if I don't get anything. Later. That's kind of funny. I was about to start saying something about that drop, but then it turns out to just be a, rock tail rare drop. Oh well, back at it. Alright, hour's done. Pretty uneventful. I would call it a lucky unlucky hour. As in, I got a lot of rare drops, but none of them what I need for the log. And none of them are going to make me a lot of money. So I'm going to go do a farm run. I saw the Green Fingers aura pop up telling me it was ready sometime in the middle of the fight. And then I'm going to go do some fishing, some AFK fishing. I've got some things to handle in the real life. And then I will be back later. So it's later, much later, in fact. So much later that it's double XP now. Real life ended up coming up, so I didn't really do anything yesterday. And I tried to edit what I had recorded yesterday in DaVinci, and that didn't work out so well. So I've been working on it some today. 2 hours down. I'm about to get another level, or I'm about to get my first level of the event, actually. Let's go ahead and pop that off here. Alright, there we go. There is the first level of double XP for me, at least. I hope you all are having a good one so far. That makes me 101 crafting. Of course, that doesn't actually unlock anything for me, but it does help me get closer to my goals. I'll be with you next time I get a level, or if I take a break on do something else. Later. A few hours later. I don't know if you can see me here. A few hours later. I haven't got any levels yet. I've just been kind of sitting here AFK working on editing that footage together. And also making some changes to how I actually capture the footage, because before I just captured the whole entire screen, and then I had to manually go in and every single clip I would have to transform it to be, what I wanted to be. Yeah, that didn't work out so well for me. It's very time consuming. So I've made a few scenes here in OBS, which is what I'm using to capture. And we're going to see how that goes. Anyways, I just wanted to touch base because we're getting very close to an agility level here. Very close. One more proc on the Silverhawk boots. And alright, there is level 100 agility. That was pretty good. Nothing special. I don't get any new unlocks or anything, but closer to my goal is 120 everything. Alright, I will touch base again when I get another level, or I'm probably actually going to change up what I'm doing here since I can be more active now, but we'll see. Next day, been at the fort for about an hour now, and this is about the 20th take of this very clip. But anyways, trying to get some XP in before bedtime. Blowing out some glass still. I may make the switch to go do summoning potions. We'll see. I made the switch. I also realized that I didn't have any of my skilling outfits. Good job, Ishtari. Been catching up on One Piece here as I run through these potions. And I gotta say that I really love the direction that they've taken with the art in this arc. Something about it is just on point, and I'm really excited to see how they do later on in the arc. It's gonna be very interesting. But besides that, I didn't actually capture any footage last night, so you're not aware yet that I actually got a level in cooking. I ran through all the jellyfish that I had stored away and just got that level out of the way because I went to Telos last night. Got a few kills in, tried to push and rage a little bit just to kind of see where I was at. I got 3 kills in and then that was it. I couldn't make it any further, so I'm gonna have to adjust my strategy, figure out what I'm doing wrong. But I also need to go to Rax and get... Well, I've got to finish off a staff because I've got the eye and I need the leg pieces, all of them. So I'll have to handle that at some point. So I've not finished making all of the unfinished spirit weed pots that I'll need. But I went ahead and started making some of these summoning potions just to change it up a bit. Probably going to be heading to bed soon, to be honest. So I was going to kind of go over what gains I had gotten during this double XP. But I went and had a thought about it, and I don't actually have what my total XP was before the event, so I'm just kind of SOL on that. I guess I'll have to get it now, though. So it's later now as I'm logging in than it was yesterday when I first started recording. That's okay. Busy day, out in the sun all day. Tired. But I'm here at my clan citadel so that we can go ahead and get that out of the way for this week. I also need to get my avatar back. Citadel done. Got the avatar back. Guess I missed capping last week. Gonna have to do a better job about that. Back to the grind. I will be doing racks tomorrow. 100. Pretty slow, I'd say. I've only gotten about 600k XP. But I do think that next double XP, I may focus on doing proteans. Probably in crafting, to be honest. Just so that I can get a lot of XP, and also I want to get a lot of those double XP tokens. I've noticed that there's a lot that I need to unlock in the store, and I want to go ahead and do that. Holy crap. I literally, right after I finished that recording, I got the crafting pet. So that is really freaking cool. I cannot believe that. That is crazy. I just missed it. I looked away and then I heard a bunch of fireworks, and by the time I realized what was going on, it was too late. So I was just looking through my skilling pets on this last log, and I've got 10 of the non-combat skills and 4 of the combat skill pets. Very interesting. I might make the transition again back to doing Herblore so that I can try and get the Herblore pet, because I don't think that I have it. I don't have Herbert, So I have made the switch to doing herb lore, but I'm doing primal extract now. I believe it may be a little bit more XP. In fact, let's go ahead and compare here. And let's see here. Oh yeah, it looks to be way more XP. Well, maybe not quite way more, but it's definitely more, so. Alright, primal extract it is. I will pay closer attention now, just in case I get the pet drop. That would be very interesting. So, I have my Wildy sword set to F2, but I also have the preset that I'm using for primal extract. Draw it, set to F2, and I've teleported myself to Edgeville. Let's get back. I guess perhaps I should just, not have the sword equipped. Fixed. Back to the ground. Pardon me, I'm a bit slow, but I just noticed that there's a penguin over here. Next day, feeling refreshed, ready to get that XP now and go to racks later. I may have been busy over the weekend, but I've got some spare time today, so I'll be editing together this video some. But I'm in the wrong world and I'm wasting time, so let's go ahead and fix that. In the right world now, all set up. Been here for a little bit. Decided to switch back to bomb vials. I'm gonna go ahead and just get these out of the way, stop being so ADHD. I can get Herbert on my way to 120 probably, so I'll deal with it then. Haven't been here for long after that last clip, and I remember getting the Jemmy pet last night, which is really cool. But I believe that I made a mistake in my count last night. I think I said that I have 10 skilling pets. That's because I thought Archie was the ranging pet for some weird reason. It's actually the archaeology pet. So I've actually got 11 skilling pets and 3 combat skilling pets. I would still say that's pretty good. I guess I should probably also talk about what my goals on this account actually are, because I haven't really done that yet. Primary goal I've already touched on a couple times throughout this video, but I want to get 120 in every skill. Got the max cape. I think it looks really cool, but the master max cape with the trail and all looks even cooler, so I've got to get that. Yeah, I realize I'm torturing myself with a long grind just for Fashionscape. Getting 120 in every skill costs a ton of money though, so I'm gonna have to earn some of that money to handle the more expensive skills like construction and prayer. But I have been training herb lore in tandem with my farming. My farming is actually ahead of my herb lore right now. And I've been gathering all the herbs that I need myself, as well as the dinosaur roars for the vulnerability bombs and power burst feats. And while all that skilling is super useful, it doesn't earn money very quickly, so I'm gonna have to learn how to become a better PVMer. Which I'm awful at. Just awful. Okay, well maybe awful isn't exactly the right word to use, but I'm not good. I forget my keybinds. I also kind of panic and forget how to play the game just in general. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Been away for a little while. Just popped back on. Doing a little bit more skilling, and then I'm gonna head to Rax. Ah, there we go. 101 agility. I got a crafting level earlier and I missed it because I wasn't paying attention. Wanted to make sure I got that agility level though. Switch to doing primal extract again because I think I can squeeze out this level before I head to Rax. And I had a funny little thought in the back of my head about how there were limitations on how long YouTube videos could be. Turns out those limitations are still in place, but all you have to do is verify your phone number, so that's easy enough taken care of. I can upload my hour-long Runescape videos in peace now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long it will actually end up being, but it's sitting at 20.5 minutes right now, so I'm thinking it'll be at least over 30 minutes. The 15-minute limitation they have in place when you first create an account doesn't quite work for that. There we go, 108 herblore. That makes 6 levels total. We've got 2 in crafting, 2 in agility, 1 in cooking, and now 1 in herblore. Only one of those actually gets me anything though. I'm gonna do a few more loads here, and I will take a break, and I will be back to do Rax. I'm ready to go kill the spider, but I need to do my oyster this month still, so I'm gonna go do that. Ready to kill this spider that I've been harping on about all day. Not sure how I edit this down, but I want to have at least one good fight that I commentate over. Kinda new to this, so we'll see what I can do. I've already tried this with Necromancy Tier 80 gear. I already know that I have to get that lit very early on. Let's see what its damage type is. It looks to be magic, I believe. I gotta do that. Or I think I can do freedom with that as well, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Alright, and then they've got spiders coming out now. Let's find the mirror back. I know there's a mirror back with off retaliation as well. Let's find that mirror back. There's always a mirror back in like that first way. There it is, right there. Oh. And of course, it's already falling apart. And we've already done enough damage to move on from this wave, or from this phase. This guy is starting to hurt a little bit, just a little bit. Oh yeah, I can. Ooh, okay, wow. I almost didn't make it out of there. Last phase here. Ooh. That could have been very dangerous. Oh, I'm messing up the rotation here. Alright, don't attack. Looking pretty good though. Hit him with the finger of death there. To let her know we're serious. Hit him with that. And we're getting to the, there it is. But let's see what the loot is. Rackside arrows, super restore flash. That's good. I used less super restore than that. And Bay Knight spirits. And then we'll start again. Oh, I actually, that's very funny. I actually had a death task for Rax, so this is perfect. Let's see what the loot is. Oh, holy crap. I might be a bit rusty, but I just beat my old time by 11 seconds. What in the world is going on here? Are you serious? I'm so stupid. That tunnel vision, eh? Ooh, you got ceramic scales. That's cool. I'm building a collection of those. Let's see what the loot is. I actually used less food that time than I did the time before that, so I'm clearly getting in the zone. Oh. Oh my god, I might die. I died. Wow, that's not depressing at all. Reclaim my stuff here. Let's check what the loot is. We got 2 more kills on that creeper that I didn't even remember about. There we go. 7 kills down. Let's see what the loot looks like. Gonna be my last kill of the night. Last kill of the night. Let's see what's inside. Nothing too fabulous, just some more super restores, which are actually very useful for me, so. I am going to maybe sit around and do a little bit of skilling. I do not expect to get any levels, so there will be probably nothing more for me tonight. And then tomorrow, more double XP stuff. Planning on releasing this video from Monday of next week. That is the week right after double XP ends. Was going for a Wednesday release schedule initially, but I decided that Monday was probably going to work out best because the weekends are always the busiest for me. Actually, I decided to go ahead and come to Harold here while I had it on the mind and get my new Reaper, and he gave me Jad. So I have got to make it a point to actually go over there and fight Harakin because I need that cape.
It's a new day, yes it is!
And I've been sitting semi-AFK at 4-3, just blowing out these vials for a couple of hours now. I think that'll be most of the rest of this video. Still got 25.5 hours to work through here, and I've only got 3 days left of footage before the cutoff, as well as the end of double XP, so I have a rather soft voice when I'm not speaking to a person face to face, so I expected to have issues with the microphone not picking up my voice from time to time, and maybe having to go back and take a couple of takes or whatever. But I've also had just the opposite problem as well, where it's peaked really loud volumes, and I've had to go back or lower it in editing later on. And then very interesting, I've been continually messing around with it, and I guess I'll just have to keep messing around with it until I find something that works. The current setup seems to work though. Oops. Just spent like 5 or 10 minutes sitting here, getting the fire started, throwing some ribs tonight for dinner. Got the ribs on the grill. Under 24 hours left of double XP. And only 3 days left. If I'm not careful, we'll run out of time. Gotta get to bed, to be honest, but I'm just trying to get this level done before I do. And I had some thoughts First of all, the ribs today I cooked were really good. Mrs. approved, so that's always a good thing. Beyond just that, there are the kills from racks last night. I have done a rough edit already, and I'm not entirely sure if I want to keep it because it's a bit long. Right now, it's something around the length of 10 minutes long. And I know I said earlier that I wanted this video to be a bit on the longer side, but I'm not sure if I quite like it. I'm not trying to be too much of a stickler about it. I'm just trying to see what works and what doesn't work, so your feedback is always appreciated. We're a few months out still, but I've already started giving some thought to the next double XP as well. Just, I want to get the plans already in place so that way I can kind of move towards them. I definitely want to go ahead and do proteins next time at the start, I believe. Or maybe spread throughout. I'm not entirely sure yet exactly how I'm doing it, but proteins are going to be one of the things I'm going to be doing. Hides specifically. I've already converted everything I have, taken everything out of the packs, and I'm about 6K, so that's pretty good. And of course, with it being 3 months or so out, that means it'll give me plenty of time to stockpile some more. There's also likely to be some loose ends on preparing for 120 herb lore. Of course, the biggest thing that is holding me back are the dinosaur roars, which I am harvesting myself at the moment. Perhaps when I get a better cash flow, then I'll start working on just buying them myself, speed it up. But I need the runes as well, and I figure I've done some of it myself already, and I may as well just finish it off, you know, sunk cost fallacy. So I've got some chaos runes, but I'm going to need to unlock the soul altar, or is that what it is? Yeah, it's the soul altar. And that means I also need to grind out reputation. So I guess that'll be shifting tunes. I think that's still the fastest way. Of course, I've also done Slayer tasks that have helped out with reputation gains. I've actually gotten a couple of overall levels, I believe, off of just Slayer tasks. So that's pretty cool. I can try as hard as I can. I don't think I'll be able to move through all the rest of the primal pulp that I'll need to turn into the extract. So that'll probably be something I spread out throughout next double XP as well. And I'm also probably going to end up just filling out the rest of the time with skilling dummies if there is any time left over. And maybe some combat dummies as well, because I need to get those combat skills to 120 as well. Oh, yeah. I made a mistake earlier in the video. I believe at least twice that I can think of. There is not 3 days left until double XP is being over. There's like 4 or 5 days left. So, still got some time, but I'm probably still going to just keep with the same release schedule that I had planned. Release it on Monday, which would actually be the end of double XP. And I'm probably just going to focus on double XP gains tomorrow as well. Getting pretty close on this level here. Was thinking about going ahead and just finishing off the rest of the multi-blast because it was under 100K, under 1,000, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to go ahead and hit pay. Get tired and all, so no point in staying up. Alright, and it looks like it's going to be on this load. Actually, it may not even be this load. It may be the next load. We'll see what happens. And it also looks like we'll probably be getting an agility level tomorrow as well. Alright. Gonna be just a few vials. There we go. Not even a few, just 2. Alright, awesome. That feels great. Actually, that's 103. So we are, what, 10 levels away from halfway to 120? Woo! But I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this load. I woke up with yesterday's daily transition in mind. It was as if God made me do it. But today, I don't have anything in mind yet, so I guess I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyways, I've switched to doing these summoning potions. Actually, it'll be the unfinished potions first. And I thought it was funny because I was just talking to a real-life friend of mine about how I really love archaeology and how I want to go do archaeology soon to kind of get that urge out of the way. And then right afterwards, in chat, in the game, people started talking about how nobody likes archaeology, and I'm just like, no, I like archaeology. And then they're like, oh, I guess you're one of those people that likes quests too. And I'm like, oh yeah, I like quests as well. And not only is that a little bit kind of ironic and a little bit funny to me, I actually haven't completed either of those, so in spite of my liking them, it doesn't look like I actually do. But I do. I love both of them, and I'm gonna have to get on to doing some of that soon. Okay, so I gotta be honest, I actually haven't been on much today. I've been perpetually distracted pretty much all day long, so even when I have been on, I haven't been getting much done. But I'm trying to go ahead and finish off these unfinished spirit pots at least, and hopefully get this level in agility, because I'm getting very close. So I just got 102 agility. I was trying to get recording before I got it, but well, by the time I realized it was close, it was happening, so. Anyways, 102 agility, that makes, let me think here, I've got, oh boy, 3 crafting levels, 3 agility levels, yep, a herb lore, yep, that sounds right, 3 crafting, 3 agility, an herb lore, and a cooking level. Not bad, not bad. More than I thought I would get, that's for sure. Just in time as well, because I just finished up the spirit weed pots. So tomorrow I'll be working on getting them summoning potions done, and then I guess I can move back on to the primal extract. I haven't been on much today, maybe about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes I think, and I'm already getting heavily distracted. So I need to focus down. Got plenty of time to skill today, but I may have to go visit my father in the hospital later. We'll see. Turns out that I made some miscalculations with these summoning potions here. I don't know why I didn't have it in my head to begin with, but you make Summoning Potion 3, not summoning potion 4, which is what I actually need for these power bursts of feats that I plan on making in the future. So I'm gonna have to do some hard math to figure out exactly how many I need to make again. I'm just gonna stick with doing the summoning potions for now until I get that figured out. So I need 7,807 summoning potion 3s to turn into 5,855 summoning potion 4s. Thought occurred to me that the portable well does give out extra potions, 5% chance. So I'm gonna just run through all of these summoning potions and see how many I end up with there at the end. And I've still got about 1,000 spirit weed left over, and I'm probably gonna end up having about the same, I imagine, in cockatrice eggs. We'll see. But then I can use those to finish off how many ever I actually need. I have done it again. I guess I have to change this setting too. Back to the fort. This time I fat fingered it. Been slightly distracted today, but I believe that I've gotten more work done today than I did yesterday. Ended up not having to visit my father in the hospital. He came home and I checked on him at the house. Took a tiny little break to go ahead and edit together some more of this video. Get all caught up on footage. And quick side note, it's currently at 42.5 minutes, so it's looking like it's actually going to be a movie. I'm going to have to go and get some cockatrice eggs, though, if I'm going to turn all of these into summoning potions. That is a little bit unfortunate. That means I'm probably spending a little bit extra. I'm not entirely sure. I bought the cockatrice eggs a while ago. Ended up editing that Rax footage down to about 5 or 6 minutes, I think. That's what it looks like in the timeline. Felt like it was a bit too long, so I wanted to go ahead and make it a little bit shorter. It only took, an hour to do that, and this video takes, of course, over a week, so I think I'm gonna head to the Max Guild here pretty soon, go ahead and buy up some more cockatrice eggs. Maybe think about buying some spirit weed. I don't want to, but I think I need some more. Went and bought those cockatrice eggs, and yeah, I won't ever be buying supplies on double XP again because I paid about 2 to 3 times what I paid on the last batch. Normally I plan out better, but it just slipped my mind that you make 3-dose potions, not 4. So that is unfortunate.
Okie dokie.
It's a brand new day, and it's the last day that I've given myself to collect footage for this video. Got a little bit under 6 hours of double XP left. I'm probably not going to get all through that today, so there will most likely be just like a little bit of double XP in the beginning of the video, next video. That's okay. I've got to go take my girlfriend over to her family, and then I've got a busy weekend, so most of it will be spent working on adding the finishing touches to this video. We finished watching Fallout the other day, if you're curious about the daily transition. We're just gonna talk about it in the video at the time, but for some reason I went off talking about the One Piece live action because I was also going to talk about the One Piece live action about how it was good. And yeah, I don't know. My brain got switched around and I talked about One Piece instead. And that didn't make it into the video. approaching 150k. It looks like I'm going to be able to go ahead and get this herb lore level before I leave out for the evening. Alright, we're on the last load here, and we'll be in 109 herb lore. I'm very excited about this. This brings me just a little bit closer to getting 120. And means that I've over-prepared for getting 120, which is a good thing. Won't have to buy supplies on double XP weekend again. Okay, well, I'm gonna get off for the time being. I do believe I've got some things to take care of, and then, of course, I've got to go take girlfriend over to her family. And then I will finish out the rest of this video. I guess just doing some simple skilling. And then, yeah, I'll figure out... I guess I'll have to figure out how to end this video then. Yeah, alright, later then. Well, I've got like an hour and a half to 2 hours until it's bedtime for me. But I'm gonna go ahead and call this video right now, as I don't see myself actually adding anything of value unless I happen to get Herbert. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, first of all, wow, you listened to me speak for like an hour, and I think that's got to be a feat on its own. Secondly, thank you. And thirdly, I would like to grow this channel some, so if you don't mind doing all the YouTube stuff, I would appreciate it. It's probably a bit too early for me to be having a Facebook and Twitter, to be honest, but I do plan on posting the videos there, and if you want to go ahead and give me a follow on those, that would be appreciated as well. Until next time, happy games.